Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review, fam. First of all, thank you for all the love and the support and all the positive energy. Thank you just for being you. This is not just a channel. This is a community of collectors talking about things, dealing with collecting. Number two, thank you for all the love on Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews on Facebook. Thank you for joining the group. Like I said, the membership is growing. People are showing up and showing out. You know, it's a good time over there. People just voicing their opinion about what's going on in the community, man. And just three, let's get into it. I just want to talk about the space issue that I'm facing, man. You know, I'm not dealing with a big area. You know, a lot of people like, well, you got shoes, Funko Pops, toys, you know, video games, movies, and all cologne, watches, and shit, every damn thing, gadgets. You know, won't you move some of that stuff to storage? And, you know, that way you could just focus on just toys. Fam, I don't want to just focus on toys. That ain't no fun. Having a room full of toys, that's cool for one thing, but I'm more than that. You know, I like to do more things. You know, and I'm going to say this to a lot of people. If you're thinking about getting a storage unit, don't. Back in the day, I had 2 storage units. They were like $150 a piece. So $150 a piece a month. That's $300 a month. So fam, I was paying for that for 3 damn years. I had action figures, toys. I had remote control cars. That, man, if I sold that shit now, I would get an arm and a leg for all that stuff, man. But you know what? That stuff sat in there for 3 years. I had 1,000 movies, literally 1,000 VHS movies in there. I had like 500 DVDs. Man, it's crazy of the shit that I done had. I had the whole box McFarlane, that, you know, that Spawn stuff back in the day from the 90s. I still had all that. I had some of those Earthworm Jim toys, the old Playmate Turtles that was still on the shelf. I had all of that Marvel Universe stuff with all of the X-Men from KB Toys for like 3 for $5 or 4 for $5 or 5 for $10. You know what? It was real, fam. But I'm going to tell you something. If you're going to get a storage unit, do it for something that you're doing business with, far as reselling. You could use it and you could write it off. But, you know, just moving your toys there, fam, you're not going to see this shit on a constant basis unless you make your actual storage unit out of a man cave. That's the only way that will work. You get what I mean? Because if you put it in there and you paying on it every month, you're losing money. And, you know, you forget what you got, you want to see it, and all of a sudden, like I said, if you don't have space, start moving some of the stuff around, you know, start parting it out, get rid of some of it. You know, my biggest thing, fam, as far as space, you know what, like I told you, I had some of those G.I. Joe Sky Strikers, and, you know, I think it was the 2010 versions. You know, I'm piecing them together. You know what, I could have pieced this damn thing together a long damn time ago. But for each one, it's damn near $100 to piece each one together. So it's like 2. I got 2 of those G.I. Joe ore rigs, man. You know, and I was sitting there thinking about that ish, man. And I'm like, I don't even know if I even want to hold on to any of this stuff, man. It's just real. When it start clicking in here, man, and you start realizing you got night ravens over in the corner, shit is just taking up space. You know, and I'm trying to think where I can put some of this stuff, man, but I don't got nowhere to put it. You know, I bought those Lightyear XL15s, man, and, you know, I was going to customize them, and I didn't. Because, again, I was looking, where's the damn space? People like, you can hang them from the ceiling. I don't feel like doing all of this. You know, you don't want to, because the space is already confined. You know, people were asking me about my old school collections. In my old game room, I had comic books bagged and boarded, with thumbtacks, you know, like those push pins through the board, not on a comic anywhere, but on the board. I had comics going up and down the wall, like in groves all the way around. The good stuff, man. I mean, nothing but great artwork. It looked crazy as hell on the wall. You know, I didn't hold on to any of the pictures of the stuff, of the iterations of of the 3 man caves I had before this one. You know, man, old administration, old relationships, you don't want to hold on to that shit. I got rid of all that shit. Pictures, every damn thing, fam. You know what? I didn't want to be associated with none of that or none of them. Uh, no disrespect. When it's time, when your time is served, get the hell out of there. Don't go back. Don't be looking for nothing. Don't be asking questions. Man, I'm asking you all to just pay attention to what you're doing. I know I don't have to tell whole grown-ass men and women none of this. But do not get storage if you are not reselling. If you got storage and you want to make a little man cave in there, but you reselling on top of it, cool. That way it pays for itself. But, you can write it off. But, if you just ain't shit cheap anymore. And this is why I say shy away from some of this stuff, man. Everybody want to be in your pocket, tell you how to spend. I'm not telling you how to spend. I'm telling you how to hold on to some money. I'm telling you to shop clearance. And I know you like, Unc, you can't tell nobody to shop no clearance, Unc. You've been buying up stuff. But, the stuff I've been buying ain't super expensive. I know a lot of you all told me about the WWE figures. Don't buy the basic ones, but I'm finding those for like $5.99. And, back before, everything hit, it was like $3.99 and $4.99. Again, you got to build that collection somehow. You got to build it with some pieces that are not fantastic. Then you get some of those fantastic pieces and you mix it in. It looks a hell of a lot better than you have all those great pieces. Each piece costs $25 a piece or $30. Man, you know what? That ain't gonna be no fun. You ain't gonna have nothing up there. Unless you got a hell of a budget to back some of this stuff you got going on, it's cool. Unless you offsetting some of that money you spending again. So I've been looking at all the stuff that I got, all the stuff that I'm into. I was thinking about making the other shelf video games, man. And my wife said, look, I'm going to say this to you. Don't take it the wrong way. She said, you don't play video games that damn much. You have a whole thing of video games up there and you don't play them. It'll look all mixed, mashed and shit. She ain't said like that. But she said it'd just be a whole bunch of damn stuff up there. She said, you better off doing the action figures, leaving the games where they're at, leaving the DVDs where they're at, and just working with your situation. She said, we are what we are. You can't change too much of who you are. She said, we've been shopping, buying stuff, finding deals. And, like I said, I've been finding those spice racks and I've been putting them up. Yesterday, I had the guy cut the wood, for the plywood for the shelving unit, to put on the actual shelves, because otherwise nothing ain't gonna stand on them. So I'm having a guy talk, we looking for the guy. We had to wait damn near 15, 16 minutes before this guy showed up in lumber. They have called this guy like 3 or 4 damn times. And when he came over there, we told him what we needed cut. And he said he don't do precision cuts. And, he said you could talk to my manager. So I went over there and the manager was way on the other side of the store. I just walked back and said, look, we ain't gonna do this. I don't got time for this. I said, we waited for you and all of this and that. And, at the end, my wife just said, look, we just get a business to Menards or Lowe's. Let's get up out of here, babe. And all of a sudden he said, oh, man, I'll do it just this once. And he cut all the damn wood. All of it fit when he got the other shelf today. Put the shelf up there, added the wood, put the spice racks up. Bowser's Castle, Snake Mountain, and Castle Grayskull is on the top. I was thinking about maybe I should put Masters of the Universe right here. Instead of right here. But I was just thinking, I said, it's in the best spot. I said, maybe I'll move Marvel Legends from over there to over here, and I was just trying to think about how would I set this up. Marvel Legends here, G.I. Joe right here. And I'm just thinking, I said, hell, how would I do all that? What would I put on all these shelves over here? This looks pretty cool the way it's set up, man. And I'm going to just be honest. I like the way how it looks. It looks full. You get what I mean? So I'm trying to find a way to make everything work. Because, I still got Turtles, Silverhawks, Thundercats, Final Faction. Yes, I'm still waiting on the floating shells for Final Faction. And I know y'all like floating shells. Because the floating shells are much cheaper. And you can put them up and they stick. And I could just have it up there because, again, I don't want to put final faction on these shells, and these shells cost a hell of a lot. So, but, shit, push come to shove, I put them there with no problem. It's just, I got stuff to put up. Transformers, Dragon Ball Z. I want to put all this stuff out. Turtles, more DC Multiverse, more Marvel Legends, Zoids. I want to put them back out. Like I said, man, for everything that you think you can do, it's just like you missing stuff, man, and it's just what it is, and that's all you can do. A lot of people don't understand that sometimes all you can do is what you can do. But, with that being said, fam, I don't want to take away anything from anybody, but, space is of the essence. Don't go buying storage if you don't have to. If you need storage, you might want to start getting rid of some of that stuff. Again, you're paying for this stuff every single month. Think about it. You paying $100. I just say they got cheap units, like $50 if they still got those. A $50 unit, right? $50 times what? 10 is what? 500 plus 2 more months. That's 600. So you spend $600 in 1 year on stuff that you already owned. Just imagine if you keep it in there another year. That's $1,200 for 2 years. You're losing. If the stuff in there ain't worth $1 million, you're losing. This is why I say it's not worth it. Unless you got a business going on out of there. You got stuff that you're pulling out, you selling and all of that. That works that way. But far as just having a collection in there and you ain't turned it into a man cave or nothing, no. Fam, look, at the end of the day, it's your money. It's your stuff. You're going to do what you want to do. But, this is me telling you, hey, if you don't have to, don't. But till later, fam, thank you for watching. Peace out.